Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. And on the hill, Clay Holmes. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Bryson Stott leading things off and takes a strike. This one high in the air to left center. He's got it, and there's one down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Bryson Stott.
Well, Boog, I love guys that can run, and this guy has great speed. We'll see in this game if he gets a chance to use it. And if he does, I think even you are going to be really impressed because he can really impact the game with his wheels, and you like guys that can score. He's definitely able to do that.
Brandon Marsh batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, bases empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman.
2 outs, bases empty. Bryce Harper now at the plate. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning going.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. Just missed. Holmes, 31 years old, and he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2011. Now move to first. Harper's back on a dive. Harper, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next offering is fouled back. That one fouled off. Two outs. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Alvarez gathers, throws to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. One left for Philadelphia. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Suarez. What do you have on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Suarez with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Turns turned on, but foul wide of third.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track. Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Castellanos makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Tyrone Taylor.
And Boog, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
Swing and a foul straight back. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. Holmes back to work.
I think he's getting hit whether he tries to get out of the way or not. That just seemed to be tracking him out of the pitcher's hand.
JT Realmuto steps in. Popped up. Alonso in position. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting 7, shortstop Edmundo Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And that's in for a strike.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And a swing and a miss. 2 away. Cody Clemens will hit next. That pitch gets the corner. 0-1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Left fielder Cal Stevenson.
So up next, Cal Stevenson. Just missed.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
That one missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Next pitch is outside.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself into a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
And that'll load the bases.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boo. The last one wasn't even close.
2 outs, bases full. This is Bryson Stott. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Right side, hard hit. In plenty of time to first. Out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed. They leave him loaded. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Suarez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra to the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
Next offering down in the dirt. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
And now it's Mark Vientos. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Time called. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one ripped. That's bad. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One down. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. And that's in the dirt. Swings through that one for strike one. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one not close. It's 2-2. On the ground, into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting 7th, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Taylor leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Safe, and they take a 2-run lead.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. You got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So digging in, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss. as he was out front that time. Runner on the go. Hard on the ground to first. Slings to second. And that's two. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Hit on the ground to short. The throw to first, and one away in the top of the third.
Up next for Philadelphia, first baseman Bryce Harper.
So Harper stands in. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Acuna tosses to first. Harper retired.
Now batting, designated hitter Kyle Schwarber.
2 down, bases empty. Now here is Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. That one blasted deep to right. Soto moving back for it. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies nothing. Back here at Citi Field, and now Luis Angel Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna.
Just missed.
Ball 1. Ball, that's off the plate.
That's a little high. And now 3-0.
I got 3-0.
Right through there for a strike. The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
The pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Harper makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter Starling Marte.
Here's Starling Marte. His first at bat was a strikeout. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Ripped on the ground to second. Stop over to first in time. Lindor retired. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Mets. They're up 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Wow, see, what a throw. We got to take another look at it, but this time with the numbers from StatCast.
Yeah, Boog, that's about as good as it gets. You'll see the hardest throwing infielders reach 90+ on throws across the diamond, so he's pretty much right there with the best infield arms in the game. That was a rocket of a throw right there.
Here's JT Realmuto. He's 0 for 1. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Edmundo Sosa stands in for the runner on the go. Up the middle. Lindor on to first. No chance of the double play with the runner in motion.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's the third baseman, Cody Clemens. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Realmuto stands at second with 2 gone. Next offering is fouled back. Now this is in the air down the line. Soto brings it in, and that is that. Phillies strand 1, and they're down 2-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Pete Alonso.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Alonso, the former rookie of the year, 30 years old now, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Now batting.
Here's Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
And it's fouled away. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is fouled back. Right back to him on the mound. To first. And a couple of quick outs.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. He's already homered here in this one. That one the other way, but foul. 2 outs. Up the middle, stop. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 4. It's the Mets 2 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Holmes back to work. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Stevenson around second, headed for third. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. One run is in.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner at third, nobody out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one is inside ball one. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single. We are tied at 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Bryce Harper to the plate. One for 2. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the 5th. There goes the runner. Tap foul at the plate. Move to first, and he's back in there. Good eye right there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one down the line. Fired to second. Relay to first. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Corrals it, and that'll do it. They get 2 and draw even again. Home half of the 5th coming up. We are tied 2-2. Bottom of the inning, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tyrone Taylor. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swings through that one.
0-2.
Slice to right. That's a hit. And they have their first base runner since the second inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So up next, Brandon Nimmo. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Ball one there.
If he were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Runner at first with no outs here. Pitch misses, and that's ball two. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Francisco Alvarez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering is in for a strike. And ball four, two aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. He hit into a double play his first time up. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot. He's looking for a strikeout or a ball on the ground for a double play to sort of calm this situation down.
Double steal. In the dirt. No throw. Double steal. They're both safe. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Two in scoring position. Nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one missing inside.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Clemens pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Well, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna. Golden opportunity right here. Back to the mound. Might have him hung up here. Stuck in a rundown trying for home now. They put the tag on him, but he's back safely. Starling Marte up to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's the third out. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 5 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Right down to shoot, and that is strike 1. Line to left. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. And strike 1 to the catcher. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Soto makes the grab for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Sosa at the plate now. That's ball one. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That's out to center field. Taylor under this one. He's got it. And that is that. Offense held in check there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. We are tied 2-2. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a foul ball. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. The shortstop takes the ball. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Orion Kerkering getting loose out there. Alvarado warming up as well. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Stays alive. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Suarez done for the night, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Now it's Jordan Romano out of the bullpen.
Jordan Romano.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Swings and misses. 0-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
No ball, 2 strikes.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment to get back on track. His team needs him.
Juan Soto now. Slider right there.
0-1's the count.
Lindor over at first with 1 away. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. And a swing and a miss there.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
The 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering misses down and away.
2-2 the count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 7th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Cody Clemens. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, A.J. Minter.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And that's downstairs and outside. Minter, a 6-foot lefty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Toss to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down. Cal Stevenson stands in for the Phillies. A walk, and he's also singled. Swing and a foul out of play. 1 down, base is empty. To third, Vientos. Throws to first in time. And that quickly, 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now, Bryson Stott. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. In the air, center field. Acuna on the move. Hauls it in to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Score remains 2-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Orion Kerkering. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. He's 2 for 2.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
0-1's the count.
Outside. 1-1. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective. And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. And there's a foul ball. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. In the dirt, and the count even 1-1. Late with the swing there.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And it's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
And that skips into dirt.
Strike.
Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Mets go down quickly, and this game is still tied at 2-2. And we're back. We go to the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Minter back to work. Inside, just missed.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and it's just foul. That was close. Just missed. Line drive, makes the catch for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here comes Bryce Harper, the first overall pick back in 2010. Just missed.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
Fouled off. He was late. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Popped up left side. Vientos under it. Brings it in. 2 down. So now the DH spot, Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that drops in for a strike. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jose Alvarado. Luis Angel Acuna getting ready to hit.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
There might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And a foul ball. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first, and that's going to be ruled a swing. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side, Harper takes it to the bag, and the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. It's the ninth, and we are tied. All set to start the ninth in this one. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Dedniel Nunez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swung on, belted. Back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now it's JT Realmuto, 1 for 3. Ripped to short. And Realmuto is out.
Now batting, shortstop, Edmundo Sosa.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Phillies, Trey Turner, trying to get something going for him with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
0-1.
Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base. Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
Over to first, and he's saved.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. And that drops in for a strike.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Making a move at first. Here's the Phillies pinch runner, Weston Wilson. Go ahead run on base, Cal Stevenson, the next to hit. That's down and in. A slider missed. That clips the zone, and it's 1-1. With the go-ahead run standing at second here at the top of the ninth.
2-1.
In the dirt, but kept close. Runners stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. In to score is Turner. It's an RBI single, and in the ninth, they take the lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So up next, Bryson Stott. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. He circles the bases. It's 6-2. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. And that's outside. And a curve is down and in.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 3.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it. Save the rest of that bullpen. Somehow stop the bleeding.
And that's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting.
And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. That's too low. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And he pumps it a strike. Marsh off of first with 2 away. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. Phils get 3 on this long ball. Now a 6-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Queens, bottom 9, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. Just off the outside edge, 1-0. Foul ball there. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. He's 2 outs away. Soto now at the plate, 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Swings through that one, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Out there to center. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Ball.
Next pitch misses. And that's ball 2. Man at first, 1 away. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1. That's inside.
The Phillies leading by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Alvarado is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And your final 6-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire